So, what up, family? It's been a minute. It's amazing, going from posting so much and so regularly for such a long time on YouTube to being away from YouTube for such a long time that I almost feel a bit shy coming on here again. It's been a minute and a half, guys. How are y'all doing? What's alive for you? What's alive in your world? What's present for you? I'm coming to you here from the land of the sloths and the toucans and the butterflies in Costa Rica. First thing I'm noticing is that I almost look naked. I'm like, is she wearing any clothes today, or it's just naked from here down? And so I'm not naked, but it's just the nature of the straplessness of this top. So just wanted to set that real straight, real fast, in case you were like, Ronja's coming on YouTube for the first time in a long time and she's naked. She's not naked, she's wearing clothes, I promise you this. So now that we have that straight, I can relax back down again and just connect with you guys. And so it's been a crazy year. It's been a crazy year, you guys, and it's time to connect. I have been offline most of the last year and a half, for the most part, other than coming in and leading some online retreats and virtual events and coming on other people's events and dipping in and then dipping out again, and for the most part in the last year I've been mostly offline, mostly off social. Like if you go on my Instagram, my social media, my Facebook, it's pretty like it's cricket noise. It's pretty quiet, posting once every few months in general, and not really being in output mode for the most part. And there are right now some pretty cool creations that are coming through that are kind of happening behind the scenes, but as of this moment it's not that much like new creations out into the world. It's mostly just me behind the scenes, quietly downloading things and creating in the background. But it's been pretty quiet on the new creation fronts. And the reason why I felt inspired to come on here today and to share something with you right now is that yesterday I did one of my own practices. Namely, I did the energy breath orgasm experience, the energy breath orgasm practice. And this is a practice that I have guided virtually many times. It is also a practice that is part of my deepening program, Deep Woman Orgasmic Alchemy, previously known as Sensual Bliss, Become Multi-Orgasmic in 12 Weeks, but it's basically module 1 in that program. It's a really beautiful practice that I recorded a while back, and I have guided virtually for, in total, thousands of women. And I did the practice yesterday, and I was in tears. I was blown away. I was like, whoever created this practice is a flippin' genius. Like, I have this experience quite a lot with my own practices, where just to be fair, or to be transparent with you guys, I don't tend to do my own practices a lot. I love to do other people's practices. And whenever I do one of the practices that I've created, that I've recorded, and so this includes the orgasmic breath work, the energy breath orgasm experience that I did yesterday. This includes the ecstatic awakening breath work for accelerated manifestation. This includes the 22 minutes of bliss, the limitless meditation, the let's see what else we have, immune boosting breath work, and heart coherence meditation, and many others. Whenever I do one of my practices, I'm always blown away, and and I'm not saying this to brag, but I'm saying this to kind of, I'm almost curious if anybody else has this experience, that if you create meditations, breathwork, guided journeys in any capacity, it's almost like basically my experience is kind of that I often create practices in a moment of download where the practice is coming through. I hit record, I download the practice, I put it into the creation space and the recording, I mix it together with the music, it's out, it's created, and then I kind of forget that I created it, in the sense that not total amnesia, like that I forget that it ever happened, but forget it to the point where when I then do the practice again, I'm surprised and I'm blown away and I'm like, what is even happening? Like, this is so potent, this is so powerful, this is so beautiful. And so that is the experience that I had yesterday as well. And it just struck me that even though, in a sense, right now, I'm not so much in a space where I'm in output mode and putting a lot of new things out into the world, it's like I'm pretty quiet. And just to give you an insight into my life right now, it's so in August we had the first live retreat post-pandemic, you could say, or like, well, some of you might say, well, it's not really after the pandemic yet, it's more like mid through pandemic, and I can agree to that. However, in the world of live retreats, basically everything after March 2020 was cancelled or postponed into the future, and this one in Costa Rica in August of 2021 was the first retreat that we had in about a year and a half. And so I'll share more about that some other time probably, but for now, just want to share that after the retreat, what happened after that was that I went into a very deep internal space that I'm still in right now, in the sense that I'm barely hanging out with people, I'm barely seeing anyone other than myself and my love Gabriel, who is right now probably down in the restaurant here. I'm spending most of my time in either meditation or breath work or working out or going to the gym or going to the beach or being in nature, writing a lot, downloading, more like quietly creating, but not in a lot of broadcasting mode right now. It's kind of like a going inwards before going outwards, a slowing down to speed up that is happening right now. We're also going to boxing classes. I've been doing aerial silks, started aerial yoga. My hands are getting a lot stronger from the grip strength from climbing the silks. Basically, there's a lot of just like tuning into what is the next upgrade that is wanting to come through, so that I can also be in deeper service. And so that's basically what's been going on a lot in my life, a lot of going inwards, kind of withdrawing from the world, withdrawing from all of the constant like input output. It's just going deeply inside. And so with that, there has been I've been receiving some messages and some comments, and people are like, are you still there? Do you still exist? Are you still alive? Are you still doing anything at all? And I'm like, yes, there's a lot happening, but it's just invisible behind the scenes, you could say. And having said all of that, thanks for sticking through the very long intro to getting to the point with this. Having said all of that, I do feel inspired to create an opportunity to come together and to have an experience together. And so this is the energy breath orgasm experience, the energy breath orgasm live experience. I have guided this before, like I said, for thousands of women, live, virtually, online, connected all over the world. And it's been a while since last time we did this. And me being blown away by the practice and being in tears and just being in awe and in just vibrating, shaking open from just what I discovered in this practice yesterday, I felt moved to host a free live guided practice for women. So guys, sorry if you're watching this and you're a man, we love you, I love you. I was gonna say, I promise I'll have something for you soon, but I can't actually promise that because that may or may not happen. We'll see what happens. If you're a guy and you're watching this, I would recommend checking out the 22 Minutes of Bliss. You can just Google the 22 Minutes of Bliss, or maybe Ronja Sebastian 22 Minutes of Bliss. And you can download and do that practice, which is really beautiful and really potent, and that is for all people, all genders, everybody. And the energy breath orgasm, the energy breath experience is primarily designed for women. Of course, if you're a dude and you're like, well, I want to explore this as well, then, you know, I would say welcome. And specifically women or female, feminine identified beings, it's primarily designed for you. So interpret that however you want to. So in the moment of speaking, I'm still confirming exact time, but in the moment of posting this video, I shall have confirmed the time. And so with that, this is when it's going to go down. This is the time, this is the date. You can also find information here down below. I'll put up a couple of different time zones and describe, you know, when this is happening if you're confused. So I'm right now in Costa Rica, which is, I think, Mountain Standard Time. So same as Boulder as well. But I will have it at a time that works for wherever you are in the States, as well as wherever you are in Europe. If you're in Australia, if you're in Bali, if you're in Thailand, if you're over on the kind of Asian Pacific, Australian side of things, New Zealand side of things, it might be a slightly uncomfortable time, so I don't know exactly how that works, but you're welcome to join and sign up as well. There will most likely be a replay, so that if you cannot attend at this time, then if you sign up, you'll receive the replay, I believe. Although, full disclosure, sometimes the recording doesn't work. We're gonna do this live on Zoom. And so if the recording doesn't work, then if you attend live, then you know that you were there and you had the experience. And also, I want to say this, that if you can attend live, this is the most potent experience, because I will be guiding us into a connected experience with all of the women all around the world. And so if you have the possibility to be here live, then that is the most potent experience. And if the time zone doesn't work, if the day doesn't work, if the time doesn't work, then join anyway, and then do it in your own good, convenient time. I think that's it. So why would you want to join this experience? Because you're like, another Zoom thing. I know, it's terrible. Well, it's not terrible, but it's like, when we had the Ecstatic Awakening retreat in Costa Rica in August, a couple of months ago, everyone was like, thank God that we're together live. Like, we're all so zoomed out and so overloaded with online experiences, and it's crazy, because I was like, I've been leading online retreats and virtual experiences, and also I'm sure that you were like, oh great, another virtual festival, another virtual retreat, another virtual experience, another whatever. And truthfully, this is one of the most potent practices that, well, how can I say this, a lot of women, consistent feedback that I've been getting from leading this online virtually, is that this can be one of the most potent experiences, one of the most beautiful experiences of your entire existence, of your entire life. And so if you are feeling in any way disconnected within yourself, if you're feeling like you would love to connect deeper, God, the words don't even match the experience. Let me see how I can say this in a way that actually feels more true and more like it actually matches the potency of it. This practice is designed, and I would say guaranteed to, unlock deeper things within you, give you access to something deeper within yourself, put you in connection to something you maybe didn't even know was there, allow you to access downloads, ideas, inspirations you've never had before, unlock things energetically within you that you were like, whoa, I've never experienced this before. women experience energy orgasms, obviously, because that's, as the name suggests, the energy breath orgasm experience, the energy breath orgasm practice. As well as it could be emotional release, it could be that you simply feel more buzzing and alive, as well as energetic unlocking pathways, things you have never felt before. Let's see what else. Ideas, inspiration, downloads, deeper intimacy with yourself, just feeling touched by life. Touched as in like being touched by life, as well as just feeling touched and opened by the life experience. It is designed to unlock deeper capacities within you, deeper energetic awarenesses, things you didn't maybe even know were there, or maybe have not felt in that way before, or maybe you've done this practice before and you're like, yes, I know the potency of it. I guarantee you also, every single time you do it, it's going to be different. And so if you've done this practice before and is one of your faves, then come and join us again. And so with that, I feel like there's a lot more that I could say about this, but in closing, I want to say, YouTube family, sorry for abandoning you. Sorry, not sorry, because it's also the going inwards is also a deeper being of service. I might make a video about this as well, which is just the thing that came to me the other day about the illusion of selfish, in the sense that we might have the misunderstanding that taking time for yourself is a selfish thing to do. In other words, it's egotistical to take time for yourself. However, what feels to be truer for me is that when you are a person who is in service, who is here to create and to give things to the world, then one of the most altruistic and in service things you can do is to make sure that your vessel is clean, is clear, that your channel is open, is receiving, that the aperture for receiving the next expanded version of you is open, and that you're actually prioritizing going deeper versus just being an output, which can come from sometimes a scarcity feeling of, if I'm not continuously and constantly doing, then people are going to forget about me, or I'm not going to grow my following, or I'm not going to get the clients, or I'm not going to, whatever is the lack perspective that is coming through. And then if we can trust a bit deeper and feel a bit deeper, there might be a guidance to go deeper inside, and this practice and many others can help to facilitate that deeper access into whatever is next for you. And so with this, I'm not saying that if you're in creation mode and you're creating and you're posting and you're putting things out and you're sharing, that is an automatic thing, or like you can be in your most full service and be an output, because so much is coming through. So if that is happening for you, amazing. I would celebrate that just the biggest. That's the most beautiful. I love when I'm in those flows and in those modes when so many things are coming through, and it's just like I cannot not create and give and be in service and share. And if you feel like you've hit a plateau and you're like, it feels like there is a next something that is wanting to come through here, then tune in with what is the guidance to go deeper. This could be, for example, this could be anything. This could literally be anything. It could be a calling to go into silence, to go into meditation, to go into darkness, to go into nature, to go into the jungle, to be more on the mountain top or by the ocean. It could be to, like right now, a lot of my guidance that is coming through is around working out and literally like building muscle and go into the gym and becoming stronger. That is another upgrade, or like learning the aerial silks. Whatever it is for you. What is the next evolution? What is the next edge? What is the next exploration that you are feeling called to? And so, with that, if you're still here listening and tuning in with this, it's amazing. I do not take that for granted at all. I know like a lot of YouTube videos are like max 3 minutes because people's attention span and blah blah blah, and you know, maybe that's the case and you clicked away in the first, you know, 3 minutes of this. Well, if you did, then you wouldn't be hearing these words, so never mind. If you're still here, which you are if you're hearing this, so you who are still here, you're amazing, you're awesome. Kudos to you for just sticking with it. And the summary of all of this is, if you feel like you've hit a plateau and there is a deeper calling to go deeper, I would say trust that, whatever that looks like. Is it silence? Is it silks? Is it gym? Is it nature? Is it running? CrossFit? I don't know what your thing is. Following that. And specifically the invitation right now, which is the first creation that I've put out online for like a good minute and a half, you know, is the energy breath orgasm experience for women that you're warmly welcome to join, which is happening on these dates. I don't even know in this moment when I'm recording this if it's going to be like 1 or 2. So whatever it says here is what I ultimately decided to do in a very soon future now. I think it's going to be about a day between recording this and posting this, something like that. So with that, wish you a beautiful day. Thank you for being here. Feel free to share down below just how you are doing right now. Where in the world are you? So like I said, I'm here in Costa Rica right now in Nosara. Over there, just a few minute walk, is the ocean, the water, just really beautiful. So yeah, share where in the world you're tuning in from, share what is present for you right now, anything else you feel moved to share. Also, just what are you currently exploring? And so what is your highest excitement and what are you feeling called to do? Is it inward? Is it outward? Is it deepening? Is it working out? Is it anything else that I haven't even mentioned? And yeah, and if you're a woman, I would say go sign up for the energy breath orgasm experience that is coming up very soon, probably this coming weekend. If you're a man, go check out the 22 Minutes of Bliss. I can link that up here below the video as well in the description. If you're a woman, do it as well. But yeah, I would say if you're a lady, if you're a woman, if you're a queen, however you want to interpret that, free definition, then come and join the live experience. Okay, gonna leave it at this. Thank you for your time, thank you for your presence. Hope you're thriving, hope you're where you need to be right now. So with this, wishing you a beautiful rest of your morning, day, evening, night, wherever you're in the world. And ending this in 3, 2, 1.